Hello, and welcome to Play Around and Find Out, an actual play podcast. I am the GM, Sophie Hughes, and today we are playing Blades in the Dark by John Harper. I just want to introduce all of our players before we get going. Immediately to my left.
Hi, I am Dylan Hunter. I'm a comedian in the Boise area, and you can find me at dylanhunter.boi.
Hello, good evening, or whatever time of day it is you're listening to this. My name is Matt Melton. I'm an improviser, comedian, actor as well. You can find me on Instagram at Matty Bosox, and I'll make that a public thing before this airs because I think it's currently private.
Hi. I'm Simon Fox, and you can find me at Matty Bosox at, oh wait, no you can't. I am also
I just made it public and you've already stolen it. Thanks for that.
I jumped on it. You shouldn't have given me the password.
That's it.
Already thieving.
I'm at Goodbye Simon Fox at all the things online, and I also perform and do things. And to my left is our GM, Sophie Hughes.
Hey, that's me. I'm Sophie Hughes. I am a stand-up comedian and actress in Boise, and I also do it other places.
Hey now.
Yeah, I'm a stand-up comedian and actress wherever I go.
Don't clock out.
That's right.
Weirdly, I'm a doctor in Utah only, so that's very strange.
So today we're playing Blades in the Dark, and I'm fucking hyped.
Let's go.
It is an Evil Hat production, and they are amazing. This is honestly a beautiful game, a work of art. There are some different rules than you may be used to, and a lot of this we'll pick up as we go, but I kind of want to cover some very simple stuff. Our players are only rolling 6-sided dice, where a 6 is an automatic success, exactly what you wanted happens. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 are failures. 4 and a 5 is a success with a complication. Much of this will be learned by you as we go. I'd explain it all to you, but John Harper already has a wonderful YouTube channel where you can learn all of this. So,
And it's his game. He'll probably explain it better, honestly. And that's not a knock on Sophie, but like it is his game. You know what I mean?
You say it's not a knock on me, but I feel like it's a knock on me.
There was some knocking happening.
Yeah.
If I want to learn how to play Monopoly, I want to go talk to a Parker brother. You know what I mean?
You're fair enough.
Yeah. You can still do that, right?
They're out there.
Yeah, they're
out there.
I'm sure there's a Parker or two.
Yeah.
Just 128 years old.
Actually, wait. These days you have to find the Has brother. One of the Has bros.
Well done.
Duskvol is a city in perpetual night, where the streets are thick with fog and the air hums with ghostly energy. It is a place of crumbling grandeur, where crime lords, restless spirits, and ancient horrors vie for control. Trust is fleeting, life is cheap, and any who manage to climb above the dregs in Duskvol leave behind embittered rivals who plot their downfall while honing their blades in the dark. That's the name of the game.
Hey.
I said the name of the game.
I'm glad we got that out of the way early. You know what I mean?
Yes. So, Simon, your character's name?
My character's name is Alexi Loshaad.
And his playbook?
He is a whisper.
Sort of connected to the spirit part of the scenario.
Yes. The description is an arcane adept or channeler, a person of the spirit world.
Matt?
Hi, it's me again, Matt from before. I'm playing Edward Ellerby. Edward Ellerby is a hound. That's a playbook, which is sort of a deadly sharpshooter and tracker type.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Alias Hardway.
Dylan?
I'm playing Arvis Coalburn. He is a leech, which is a learned individual who specializes in saboteuring and technician skills.
Excellent. And in this game, our players, they all have their own characters, which may come and go. They can die, go to prison, stress out, a lot of different things. They may be jumping in different characters, but the main character really is the crew. And our crew is the Canal Street Crooks.
Yeah!
Look at us for crime. All your crime needs. Come
Absolutely.
talk to us.
You know a professional criminal when they put a crime word in the name.
It's right there on the business.
Absolutely.
It's all about branding.
We definitely advertise on buses if buses existed.
Well, bus stations.
Yeah.
Bus, like canopies and shit. Bus benches.
Bus canopies.
What are they called? The little shelters.
Bus. A bus
stops.
stop. A bus shelter.
Sure.
A bus. Nah, that's going to bother me all day.
Bus benches.
There's got to be a better word for
I'm
it.
abandoning this bit.
Homes for buses.
Sorry, bus homes.
Bus
Thank
homes.
You. Bus
Yeah,
homes.
we advertise in bus homes. The Canal Street Crooks. And we're going to just jump right into our crew's very first score.
Let's go.
And this is the one and only time during this game that I will tell you what you're doing and where you are, at least initially. Alexi,
Yes.
you have a job from Quellen, your witch contact, to secure a lockbox from a noble's house.
Ah.
Sort of a decaying family. There's just sort of this one woman, childless, very interested in the spiritual realm, contacting former family members who have passed on.
Ah, I see.
The family, she is Mrs. Booker. I believe actually Mrs. is incorrect. She's Ms. Booker.
Ah.
Unmarried. Do we still have that naming title? We do.
And only if you're nasty.
Yeah. Yes.
I will not miss you, Miss Booker.
Linnea Booker. And Quellen, your friendly witch, has asked for the specific lockbox. Anything else, you are free to take as you will. Now, as a crew that specializes in burglary but lacks some of the special skills to break into such places, how did you get in the door?
I think that that Alexi probably came knocking one day, and he's so Alexi, he dresses in sort of this very dark tunic, sort of the robes of sort of a faraway holy man, and that's sort of a lot of what he sort of does, dealing with mysticism and things. So I think I just straight up knock on the door one day. Are you Miss Booker?
Yes, I am.
My name is Alexi Loshaad, and this might seem strange, but I have been having dreams about this house. Are you noticing any spiritual disruptions?
You saw it in your dreams.
Yes,
Well, as it happens, Mr. Alexi, I have indeed, ever since my father died in this house, there's been the strangest noises coming from his rooms of night.
Yeah, and you are trying to reach out to your lost loved one.
How would you know?
I see it. I see
My
it all in
betrothed
my
died when
dreams.
I was but young, and I never loved again, and I just want to tell him how I feel.
Miss Alexi, I do not mean to startle you, but I am a man who works with such dark spiritual things.
You said Miss Alexi. Do you want to take that again?
Oh, yes, I do. Miss Alexi, I don't want to be forward, but I feel us cooking here.
Maybe you're trying to put a ring on it. I don't know.
I mean...
I accept.
Miss Booker, I was drawn to this house. I don't mean to startle you, because I am a man of dark spiritual powers, and something about this house has called to me. May I do not mean to presume, but may I help you reach out to your husband?
She has sort of a concerned look on her face. The door hasn't fully opened yet, but as you talk, it opens a little bit wider, and it's just reached that point where her foot might withdraw to open the door entirely to you. It sounds like you're trying to make some sort of attempt to convince her. What skill would you like to use in this instance?
Oh, I think that this is let's do a sway. Let's do a sway.
Let's do a sway.
I got one pip in the old sway.
It's a classic romance scam. That's what it is.
Yeah.
As soon as she's buying Bitcoin and all this.
Absolutely.
It's weird how Alexi keeps suggesting these jobs.
Are these jobs where I have to hook up with octogenarians?
And we're sure this came from Quellen. I've never met
Never
Quellen.
met Quellen, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that this is a we're gonna start with risky for standard effect.
Okay.
She might close the door in your face. You have options to change those positions around.
Okay. Let's
You can always push yourself for greater effect.
I'm gonna push myself.
All right. So, describe what that looks like. How you really, take this additional stress to push yourself here.
I think as she's opening the door, I kind of just I look sort of at something up in the sort of upper windows of the house, and I just am struck with a moment of like, oh, Miss Booker, are you? I think I am hearing your lost loved one right now. Oh, he says,
What?
oh, he remembers that time that the two of you were together, and oh, you had a favorite song that used to play together. Do you remember that song?
See the roll and see if she does remember.
Okay, so now I get 2 dice.
Correct.
All right. Click, click, click. That one went on the mixing board. 5 and a 2.
Success with a complication. She goes, I do remember a song. We were great lovers of dance. And she starts to open the door, but not fully. She says, I'm not dressed for company at the moment. I'm so sorry. Can we schedule a time for you to come back and look through the house?
Oh, yeah, yes. I feel that I do not mean to keep you up very late, but I feel like midnight is the best time to speak to the spirit realm.
And as I am not accustomed to having strange men in the house when I am unaccompanied, would it be all right if my servants were present as well?
Oh no, absolutely not. I know this is asking quite a bit, but I need your spiritual energy and my spiritual energy, just the two of us. Working together, we cannot have other complications. I
cannot imagine, this is going to be the complication. I cannot imagine what people would say of me. I will allow you in, and I will keep them somewhere in the... We'll have a room to ourselves, but they must be nearby. I am just a woman all alone here, and I can't have strange men coming in.
I understand. Okay.
All right, at midnight then. We'll see you then.
I will see you tonight at midnight, Miss Booker.
And then she slowly waves and closes the door, and we flash to that time. Do you bring your cohorts with you?
Oh, hell yeah.
Or we are on a nearby rooftop.
Oh.
Awaiting a signal. What do you think?
Like in advance of this midnight.
This midnight reverie.
And I bet we're probably there watching this whole thing go down as well.
Yeah, Oracle's got the feedback.
Edward's lighting up a cigarette. He says, so do you think Alexi got into her pants yet or what?
I'm fairly certain that's not how it's go. Here he comes now.
Ah, boys!
Probably not then, huh? Hey, Alexi, how'd it go?
Some of us are quicker than others.
She was eating out of the palm of my hand.
Okay, so maybe they did. It depends on what they're into.
Getting mixed signals here.
Indeed.
All right.
So what's the plan?
Did you get the box, so to speak?
No, but God damn it, I just got that joke. I have scheduled a time. I put on the old holy man charm, and I am going to be entering her house tonight at midnight to speak to her lost lover.
That gives me an idea for a plan that we'll definitely flash back to when we get to the current moment.
We jump back to, it is the local bells are chiming the hour. It is the hour of honor, midnight. Only one dim lantern hangs in front of this woman's door. It's a crumbling, once grand estate in 6 towers. You find yourself on the front porch as she lets you in. She's changed her garment to this sort of old, lacy dress. It looks like something she probably wore when she was a teenager, and she's grown larger and saggier, and she looks kind of frightening in this old, rough, like white lace dress, and she guides you through the room. Off screen, we notice in the kitchen, the butler and cook are in a second room. Dim light flickers under the candlelight under the door crack. My servants await in the other room, but we have the drawing room all to ourselves. Mr. Alexi.
Miss Booker, can I say that you look radiant tonight?
Oh, stop. She puts a hand to her, cover her smile, and she doesn't, but she wanted to hear that. Her face has been powdered. She has those small felt dots glued to her face, which is sort of the fashion, and way too much blush. And her hair looks frazzled. Her eyes look frazzled. She seems very eager, manic even.
Alexi very softly takes her hand and says, yes. Please, let us go to this drawing room. There is much to set up tonight.
She guides you through the hall of this house and into a large drawing room. Furniture that has sheets still over it. There's only one free chair where she takes her meals. She takes a second sheet off of one of the other. This woman spends a lot of time.
Oh, there is so much energy in this room. This is a room where you would sit and talk for many hours, yes?
Yes, this is where my love proposed marriage to myself and my father, and
yes,
convinced him to allow it.
Oh, yes, such lovely memories are flowing through me. Now, please take a seat.
You can sense that? And she sits down as you suggest.
Oh, yes, there is so much love and so much bittersweet tragedy, no?
Yes. Yes. She pulls out this lacy handkerchief and dabs at her immediately running makeup as she starts to already weep. Meanwhile, where are our other two?
I am envisioning across a nearby rooftop of one of the many subdivided apartments of 6 towers. We find the 2 other members of the Canal Street Crooks. And if I may, I would love to be absolutely coating Mr. Edward Ellerby in drift oil.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Oh, shit. You need to check that off your loadout?
I'm going to, I'll do you one better. I'm checking off 2 units of load, both of them bandoliers, which give me 3 uses apiece of alchemical oils. And I'm spending all 6 total, for those keeping track at home, uses of drift oil, which is an alchemical substance that once you coat the surface of something, it gives it a neutral buoyancy, so it floats.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
And I'm just taking these vials off of my bandolier and absolutely drowning Mr. Ellerby in this, like, I think it just looks straight up like olive oil, like this very kind of light, oily, for lack of a better word, substance. And I can't miss a spot, otherwise it's going to throw off the buoyancy balance.
It's running down my socks into my shoes.
And okay, so take a balloon and tie a shoe to it. That's going to be you when you jump off this roof, all right?
I'm just saying, I feel that my feet prune up already.
You'll be glad for the pruning when you don't meet the concrete below. Let me put it this way. If any part of you feels dry, that is the one to complain to me about, all right?
All right, I never went in for this magic shit.
It's not magic, it's science,
all
right?
right.
The properties of drift oil. Anyway.
So remind me again why I'm the one doing this. It seems
You
reckless.
are a incredible physical specimen, Mr. Ellerby. We have been over this,
He looks down at his doughy mid-40s frame.
and I am, more importantly, a coward. So
And there it is. All right.
I have secured the drift oil. All you need to do is simply float across to the ceiling of Miss Booker's establishment and go in through a window.
So it sounds like the plan here is using this oil so that he has an easier time jumping from one roof to the other
Yes.
without making so much of a racket,
Yes.
and also not dying if he fails.
Not dying if he fails, not making a racket, and drift oil lasts for 1 hour. So
You're gonna be.
you have 1 hour before
There
you
is
need
a
to
ghost in
find
the house.
some other
Just
exit.
floating through the.
Yeah.
I'm going to mark off one load, white sheet with 2 eye holes cut out.
I mean,
All right.
That
So
could be
let's go
part
ahead
of
and attempt this action.
Speaking of that, I am going to say, because we didn't necessarily cover this at the start, I'm going to be taking a normal load
Yep.
on this one. I think that makes sense for me because I'm not the face here. So I can be a little more loaded for bear. So that just means I have more access to things when I need them. And one of the things I'm going to check off right now is burglary gear. So what I'm going to do to get myself across this like alleyway onto the rooftop of this lady's house is I'm gonna bust out a length of rope tied to a grappling hook. And the idea is I'm not going to be swinging over, but it's like I'm going to hook and then pull
And then
myself
pull yourself
across.
over. Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
What are you rolling for this? What skill?
I think this is going to be. This feels like a prowl.
It does. I would say initially just jumping from roof to roof would be desperate, but with the oil, I'm downgrading it to risky, and with the additional use of the burglar's tools, you're in a controlled position.
Okay.
It is unlikely that you will fall. The danger, however, is that this is a very busy neighborhood full of apartments. The possibility of you being seen simply floating across the night sky, shining oily, if an errant light were to catch you. So we're going to say it's controlled for a standard effect.
Okay. Now I have 1 pip in prowl, and I think given our pretty okay position, I'm gonna save my stress. So I'm just gonna roll the 1 and we're gonna see what we get.
I would be willing to lend you 1 stress of help.
Okay.
If you'll allow. I think this is just representing the added stress that Arvis has put into like really making sure you're oiled up.
Yeah.
Like, this is,
He got in there.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
fold.
All of my clothes are absolutely ruined. So I'm looking forward to hitting up the old men's warehouse after this with some of that coin we're gonna make robbing this old lady.
So the role here is not about your success getting over. It's about your success doing it, since we're using prowl, unseen.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the grappling hook. I'm going back to my days on the ship. Rigging and all of this, and we're gonna see what we get.
Come on, Pillsbury Oil Boy.
That's a 3 and a 6, baby.
That's a absolute success.
Boom.
So you take a moment watching the street below, you watch a group pass, and as soon as their backs are turned, toss the hook over and simply pull yourself gliding through the air, unseen, a dark shadow against a dark sky, and find yourself not standing, but floating gently above the roof of Miss Booker's home.
Excellent. So point of clarification here with this neutral buoyancy, am I just going to have to is this like me on Apollo 13?
Yes.
I'm gonna
you're
have
in
to-
outer space.
Okay. So I am going to have something to attach me to the ground to move through the house or whatever.
Yeah, you won't fly away, but
Sure.
you will have to grab objects to move yourself physically through the home.
All right, that actually kicks ass.
Yeah.
I'm pretty stoked about that.
It's gonna
if
make
I
you
can be
quiet,
honest.
in my
Yeah,
opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whisper quiet. Yeah. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to secure this to the, presumably we secured it on one end, we've got it on the other end, so it's just one rope hanging across
Yep.
the alley.
Potential escape route.
And I'm going to get over and I'm going to turn back around to the professor and just sort of give him a thumbs up. I'm going to make my way to whatever point of ingress we have identified.
Yeah, the building is a 4-story, angular, pointed roof with several entrances to bedroom windows.
May I jump in a little bit with my scene?
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll jump back to the living room.
Okay, Miss Booker, for this ceremony to work, and I have set up all these candles around a table. I need all of your servants to open the doors on the top floor, because the airflow, it acts as a road for the spirits. So I need the all of the windows on the top floor opened. Is that okay, Miss Booker?
Well, I mean, at this hour of night in this neighborhood, it sounds like you're going to be convincing her that this is a necessary action. How are you intending to do this?
I am. You know what? Actually, can I start by maybe doing a little bit of the arcane?
Yes.
I am. Actually, I take this moment and I actually start looking around at the ghost world that is in this house and start maybe touching base with what's going on there to see if I can prove to her that I'm the real deal.
Well, you are the genuine article. You were a swindler, but not just a swindler. So what is it you're going to use here?
I am going to, let's see. I have a power that's called Ghost Mind. You're always aware of supernatural entities in your presence. Take +1 dice when you gather info about the supernatural. So does that tack onto my attune?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, if you're trying to convince her of your genuine ability, so that she'll believe these windows must be opened.
Yes, I am contacting the spirit world to make her know that I'm the real deal and that she got to do what I say.
Present in this room is the ghostly figure of an older man, portly, balding, horseshoe pattern baldness, who's standing in front of the unlit fireplace, a palm resting on the mantle and looking down into the fireplace. He's sort of dressed in a nice suit, but he looks forlorn as he leans up against this. And as you attune to it, you can hear like the faint whispers of his muttering become louder in your head. And this, I cannot let my daughter marry that man. I feel as if she does, you try to overtake my business. I'm not ready to be pushed out, so simply deal with him, he says to an unseen figure. And then there's a pause in time, and he says, I said deal with him, and he turns around and his face is like, this gory horror of how he died, but he's reliving this moment, like this echo eternally in this house.
Miss Booker.
Yes?
I see a man in this room. I hate to tell you.
Is it William? Is it my beloved?
No, it is not. Oh, it is much darker than that. I think William might have come to a violent end.
All right, roll your attune and we'll see how.
Cool. Do I add for my?
You get the +1d in this moment.
Okay, so that's I got 2 pips with my +1d, so it's 3.
Yep.
Oh damn! All right, let's go. Attune that ghost. Tune it up.
I got 2 6s and a 3.
That's
Critical.
Whoa! As you say immediately, he might have come to a violent end. Her eyes go wide, and she says, "We never knew what happened to him, but I always suspected something. What have you seen? What have you seen?"
It's Miss Booker. And I sit down and I grab her hand and I say, Miss Booker, we do not have a lot of time. I need those windows open so I could see this clearly, but I think I know what happened to William.
She squeezes your hand. What? What happened?
I need those windows open or I cannot tell you. To tell your servants to open the windows.
Turns back and screams, open all the windows! Open the windows! And like some of her, servants come rushing out. They're like, what was it, ma'am? It's just open the windows. And then she's holding your hand tight, like her nails digging into your palm. What happened to him?
There was a man, a portly man, with very little hair on his head, who was in this room, this very room.
My father?
Yes, and I see him. He is frustrated. He's frustrated about his business, about his work. Is this something that he told you?
Yes. When William sought to marry me, my father said that he was only after the business and not for love.
You might not believe this, Miss Booker, but I believe it was your father who called an attack on this William.
No. When she starts crying, I spent years nursing him in his ailment. How could he do this to me? And she's holding your hand and shaking, and you see that this spirit that is present in the room, the spirit of her father, while not tuned into the actual world around you, these high emotions, he's pacing the floor, he looks furious, he blinks in and out of existence, kind of reliving moments in this room. We're going to cut away back to the rooftop.
Yes.
Where you're standing, Edward. I'm sorry, you're not standing, you're floating.
I would say I'm sort of perched like a gargoyle up above the window and kind of holding on to like the whatever, the edge of the building, like whether that's like,
Steep,
whatever sort of railing or
and small like cast iron bars along spikes.
And I'm waiting because I knew this was part of the plan. I'm waiting to hear the windows open.
Yeah, you do. You hear footsteps like rushing up the stairs. The room with the window you'd been looking into is totally dark, but now is illuminated briefly by a lantern and a servant holding this electric lantern in his hands, crackling, and he throws open the window, and then you start hearing windows all across the building. The locks coming undone, the windows flying open, and then as they leave to the next room to open the next window.
Okay, I'm going to look across the alley to the professor and just kind of give him like a little like salute, like I'm going in, kind of wordless, like here's the next thing. And I'm going to, like, if you can imagine, crawl.
Oh yeah,
kind of 360, like completely crawl under and through the window, such that I am on the crawling along the ceiling.
Along the ceiling, I love it.
After like the footsteps have died down, and I'm sure there's nobody on the floor.
Yeah, they're down on the second floor, kind of opening the windows down as they go, and you hear them step away, and you enter this room, and it's extremely dark and dusty. Sheets placed over all of the furniture in this room. It looks like it was once a bedroom with a large 4-post bed in the center. This room has been in disuse for some time.
Okay. Here's what I'd like to do. And you tell me if this makes sense. It makes a good use of this mechanic. I want to flash back to the planning stage of this heist. Because we know that Alexi has been kind of sort of in the house. I don't necessarily know that I know what it is I'm looking for per se, like what the object looks like, or how will I know it when I find it?
You have a description of a lockbox that is kind of a rarity. It's made of a fine polished wood and heavy iron hinges. That is the goal, but everything else in the house is fair game for grabs.
Got it. Okay, I think all the same. I'm going to just jump to the back to the planning stage real quick. And this will be after Alexi came back to from his gather information, from his initial sort of offer to the old lady. And I'm going to say, all right, great. So we know this lockbox is in this lady's house. I think you've got a pretty good way of us getting inside. My question is, I don't know this lady. I have no compunctions about robbing her blind. I'm sure she's got all kinds of cool shit in there. What I want to know is, how are we going to know what this lockbox is when we see it?
Well,
I mean, if your witch lady wants it, maybe it's got ghost.
Are you intending to speak to Quellen about the location of this?
Not necessarily, but I guess what I'm driving at is there a way we can did you get any sort of impressions off of it so we know kind of where it is or what floor or what we're looking for? If it's something that the witch wants, maybe it's got some ghost vibes coming off of it that you may have caught a whiff of during your initial approach.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, what do you think of that?
About to say, have I asked Quellen if there's any spiritual nature to it?
If you want to have, yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah. I flashback in this flashback.
We have a flashback and a flashback.
I feel like we need a little sound effect. Not us doing, but like...
Diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo.
yeah, it's hard not to just do Wayne's World, but...
Yes. Quellen, the aged witch who serves some of the nobility in sort of a similar aspect that you do, is looking for this box. And yeah, when you spoke with her initially, says, well, where they might hide such a thing, I would assume in some sort of a secure area, perhaps on a basement or within the walls. But there is an energy that comes off of this. It's a very powerful artifact within that I seek, and I believe it was beloved by the father.
All right, I can work with that.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Quellen, my girl. You are always so helpful.
Well, I have potions to make.
So with that, did you get a whiff of it when you were at the old lady's door?
Yeah. Let's say I was when I was at the door, I was doing a little spiritual sniffing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do some arcane sniffing?
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm just going to give you this for the flashback stress. 1 point of stress.
And I think I should take that because I'm the one that initiated the flashback, and I prompted you to go get this piece of information. I mean, I'm happy
going to
with
say
that.
you both take a stress.
Okay.
We're doing double flashbacks.
Yeah, that's true. We are still in the first layer of flashback.
Yes. When you sort of sensed a vague energy coming from the front door, it seemed to be on the upper floors. And this object was something that the father had a connection to. So you know it's somewhere upstairs, but there are three stories above the main floor. So
okay, good deal. So I am on the uppermost floor. So it is somewhere on this floor, the thing that we're looking for.
it is either here or on the next floor down.
Oh, right, the upper floors. Got it.
All right.
Okay.
So all I sensed it was on the upper floors, and if you make it in and you cannot find this, I need you to signal me by knocking. Okay?
If I can find it.
If you cannot find it.
Okay. And Professor, once I've cleared out a room, I'll just flick the lights on in the room. That's how you know.
Right, I'll look for your signal.
All right. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo,
Back to the present. Crawling around the ceiling of this old bedroom that seems to have been covered in sheets and shut down for years.
I'm going to hit you with a survey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take a look at the room, see if, just from my limited experience as a thief and as a ne'er-do-well, I'm looking for askew paintings.
You can give me a survey
desks.
of this upper floor.
Yeah.
By all means.
I'm looking for stuff, whether it's the thing I want or something else that's worth something to take.
So I'm going to lay out something here for you. The servants are still on the floor below, opening the windows. You have this floor to yourself. If you make too much noise, there is the possibility of alerting them.
Copy.
In the meantime, though, with your floating through the house, I'm going to say you are in a controlled for standard to survey this upper floor for signs of where this thing might be kept.
I think I am going to push myself.
Sure.
In the hopes to kind of get it in one without a whole lot of fuss, and maybe also find some other, fancy candelabras and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like regular things. Also, can I say specifically one thing I would be looking for on this floor would be to feed the beast. I'm looking for like a Rolodex or like a ledger or some like leads for future crimes. If I don't find anything necessarily
Absolutely.
to like purloin or like fence. Like, oh, well, they're having a bridge club meeting and we can steal all their shit or whatever. Stuff like that. Anyway.
The big book of other rich people.
Exactly right. I mean,
Every rich person has one.
listen, if I roll 2 6s, you never know. Okay, here we go. Got a survey roll coming at you. 2 pips plus a stress or plus 2 stress to give me a third. That's a 4, a 1, and a 3, so a mixed success.
Okay.
Or a complication.
Yes, the complication is that this floor of the house has been in disuse for so long that most of the valuables have been put away. It's simply just furniture at this point. being covered by sheets to prevent dusts and moths eating through fabrics. You find very little of actual value here. You find a silver candelabra, and eventually, though, on the last room in the hall, you find a room that seems to have been almost entirely untouched. It's the only room that hasn't had all of his clothes put away. It has some sort of larger suits for a man, sort of a portly type gentleman. Everything has just been closed and locked, but you're able to open the door simple enough. It's just a basic lock. And inside, this is the father's room. Nothing has been moved. Under the bed, you find the chest. But as you reach under to pull it out, there's as the wood drags against the floorboards. And somebody from downstairs goes, "What was that?" And the other one goes, "Maybe something flew in one of the open windows. Bird or something? When's the last time you heard a bird make a noise?" Let's go have a look.
Just so we have this, as I've been going through each of the rooms, like clearing them, like you're just seeing like do-do, 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 through the windows, like they're clicking on and off real quick, like nothing here, nothing here, nothing here.
Yep. The professor has a little check box with the different room names listed on it based off of the windows. Mm-hmm. And he's keeping tabs.
So you have the box now in your possession. The score you have got yourself is very little. You have this one silver candelabra. There are things in the father's room. You could remain and try to loot his room, but somebody is coming to investigate. That's the complication of our 4 roll.
So I'm going to give, let's call it like a soft whistle, and I'm going to call my hunting pet, my trained hunting pet, which from my days serving on ships in the Dagger Isles is gonna be a bird.
It's a bird?
Yeah, it's a bird.
What kind of bird?
It's a fucking parrot.
Yes!
Yay!
We got there.
All right, describe what the parrot looks like.
Okay, but it is not like a bird of paradise, like beautiful plumage parrot.
Grim,
this is a
parrot.
rat ass.
Yeah.
Like this is the one eye patch and peg leg of parrots.
A pear bat.
Yeah, this parrot's got some. Yeah, it's been through some shit for sure. But it's been with me. So I was a lookout on this ship, right? So the parrot like was up in the crow's nest with me as I was spotting, Leviathans to go milk for blood and all of those things. And I took the bird with me when I stopped doing that. Now, if I heard them say that may have been something that came in, I'm going to give the people what they want.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm calling my bird in, and I'm going to have my bird cause a ruckus on the other side of the floor.
Oh, in another room?
Yep.
Okay. Your bird flutters off to another side of the room, another side of the hall, is just knocking shit over and flapping around, bouncing off of walls. I think we're gonna have to do some kind of a roll here for your bird or for you.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Go ahead.
Yes.
If I may, I could see this also being interpreted as like an insight resist. Using the resistance rules to resist the consequence and just being like I was insightful enough to bring my bird along for this exact scenario.
We could do it that way. I mean, I'm fine with the way I see it is as a consequence of my mixed success, I make a noise that I have to cover for.
Correct.
So I'm burning, like it's not a load, but I'm burning
an object to
address it.
Address it, yeah. All right, then I'm going to say what I'm going to do in lieu of a roll is I'm going to start a clock that the servants are alerted that something is going on. I would fill it up more than one, but I'm just going to do a 4-segment clock, and you successfully send those servants to a different room and by yourself this time. They are now chasing your bird around the room with a broom and like one of those like coal shovelers for a fireplace, trying to get it towards the door, and it's flapping around in the high ceilings. Meanwhile, down in the living room, this woman is clutching your hand and pleading with you for more information as you see her, the spirit of her father, becoming more and more agitated.
Oh, yes. Oh, Miss Booker, I need some sort of valuable metal to focus the energy. Do you have anything of gold or silver that I could place inside of the circle?
With your critical from before, you have tapped into a suspicion she has always held but never given voice to. She trusts you.
Hell yeah.
She absolutely does. She immediately removes several of her large rings and she says, valuable metal, will gold do?
It might be enough. I'm not sure.
She pulls off every ring on her fingers. She reaches up and plucks down her, she has these like dangly emerald earrings and she places them all in the pile on the table.
I look upwards and I just kind of give them a light kiss. I'm like, oh, yes, the metals are attracting the spirits, and I place them in the middle of the doilied, table with all the candles on it. Mm-hmm. And I just say, okay, what we need now? We need now is to focus. And what I do is I still see the father in the room?
Yes, yeah. His spirit is kind of flickering in and out as he is like becoming more and more upset. He's reliving these moments, but they're like escalating in speed.
Okay. I reach out to talk to the spirit. And I say, what was your father's name again?
Frederick.
Frederick. I am Alexi Loshaad of Severos, and I am commanding you to speak to me.
Roll your attune.
Okay.
Get his ass.
Do you wish to push yourself?
Oh,
Take
yeah.
a devil's bargain?
Get his ghost ass.
I'm pushing myself.
You're pushing yourself? Okay, add the stress.
All right. 642.
Let's go.
642, mixed six. That's a full-on success. Yeah, you have made contact with this spirit. You are reaching into his realm. He is not reaching back into yours. You have not made him manifest with your full success. As soon as you say his name, his face turns toward you, and like, while his body is this image of him in life, his face is him as he was dying. It's sunken cheeks, loose hanging skin, heavy bags under his eyes. He had some sort of awful ailment when he was passing, and he looks it. He's jaundiced and grim. Who dares?
It is I, Alexi Loshaad. I demand to know what has happened to William.
That boy was no good for my daughter. I dealt with him. On a full success, he spills the story. He's like jowls tremble as he says, I sent the cook to cut him down, and he was thrown into the canal where scum like him belongs. He will not have the shoe empire of the Booker family.
Okay, don't fuck with the cook is what I'm hearing also.
I see. Miss Booker, your father had the cook kill your husband, so he would not take over the shoe empire.
While being connected to this ghost and hearing you talk to his daughter, he starts like staggering towards you, like flickering faster and faster. No, you mustn't tell her. And he like reaches out to try to grab hold of you.
And that is the moment that I stand over the table and then I pull from my long dark tunic 2 fine spirit bottles. And I use these spirit bottles to attempt to trap Frederick.
All right, you're going to have to make a roll for this.
Okay.
All right, so we're Ghostbusters was sort of a side hustle of thievery is what I'm hearing.
Busting
If something
makes me feel
strange
good.
and you got a lot of loot, you're going to... all right, I love this.
Okay. Because when I push myself, I get 2 stress, right?
You do.
Okay.
Or you can devil's bargain.
Would you like to hear a devil's bargain?
You know what? I'll hear a devil's bargain.
You can always hear a devil's bargain.
The devil's bargain is that regardless of outcome, by capturing the father's soul or attempting to, you will rouse other spirits within the household.
Great. I take it.
Let's go.
All right.
What's one more ghost? Am I right?
Busting makes me feel good. I got a 3 and a 2.
Let's go.
But you took a devil's bargain. Did you roll 3 die?
No.
I
forgot that was the whole point.
You have a chance to
Please.
take, yeah.
The devil needs to pay you your due.
It's a 6.
Let's go.
All right.
Listen, always pay the devil.
Yeah.
Gotta give the devil his due.
So this father with his like horrible like jowly face is like screaming in like anger at you, telling his daughter his dark secret, and he's coming to grab you as you produce this spirit bottle. Describe what that looks like as you capture him.
This is actually they're called spirit bottles because they sort of have this oblong shape, but what they really are is crystals. And I take these 2 crystals and I sort of like knock them together in the air above my head, and the lights, a bright sort of purple light just emits through the room, and even the candles around the table start to flicker in and out. And that is the moment when Frederick is spirit enters the crystals.
Hell yes. As he tries to grab you, you clack those crystals together.
Like
his
Stone
hands-
Cold Steve Austin
his
smashing
hands
beers
reaching-
together. Let's go.
His hands reaching for your throat are like elongated and stretched towards this crystal as his whole like entity is sucked within it. And suddenly like all the candles in the room flicker out. We cut away to our leech across the building
Yeah,
on another adjoining rooftop.
he's watching the light show and being like, well, I suppose there was actually spirits in there after all.
Arvis, as you are watching this light show, you see those lights flicker out, and somewhere on the upper story of the building, something bluish and translucent moves by one of the dark windows. Not the room your friend is in, and not the room that the servants are currently occupying.
Right. Okay. Not good. And I am, let's see here. It was definitely not part of the plan.
Or was it?
Or was it? I'm going to use my 3rd bit of load to have brought a lantern up here with me to the rooftop. And I'm just going to start to, and whatever, as I've been tracking the rooms that Edward has been flashing as he's worked through them, I'm going to go to the one that he has yet to flash and just, with this hooded lantern, blink a little sort of code repeatedly that on the void sea, you would know that ships would use to signal to one another. I don't think they would have something as specific as ghosts, especially out on the void sea, but it would be like physical danger.
Can I hit you with this? Like Leviathan Ho? Kind of?
Sure.
Like, and that will just be our general, like, hey, shit's about to go down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like the Leviathan is inside the house.
Yeah.
Level, like, just flashing that back.
Sort of like ships that pass cops and they blink their lights at the other guy, like, hey, there's a cop. You know, but with Leviathans.
Yes.
So I know that is a sign of danger.
Yes.
Got it.
As I attempt to signal my compatriot that, hey, there's another danger.
Absolutely. Do you have a lantern?
I've marked off the lantern on my street.
All right. So you signal to your compatriot there is some sort of danger happening. Hooded lantern, so it's got the shields.
That's at least how I'm picturing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that there's no risk of you alerting anybody with this. Very subtle, very very slick,
ambitious, you might say.
Yeah, I would say that. As you see these lights flickering through the window, that's when you hear a large clatter in the room adjoining the bedroom that you are currently searching.
Okay. If I had any time at all underneath the channeling and all of that, I would like to do a quick survey of the room for anything else.
Absolutely.
I may have missed. Like, kind of like, this is more smash and grab. This isn't like, if there's anything.
Go ahead. I'm also ticking the clock up 1 for the noise this ghost is producing to alert the guards that something is going on.
Could I introduce a potential consequence to this roll that's about to happen? Is that if you're too busy searching, you don't actually see the light like, you know, the audience.
If you want to take a devil's bargain, I think that's a
devil's bargain, or potentially, you know, a mixed success. You don't know that this ghost is.
I like this as a devil's bargain, that I just, regardless of what I find or don't, I'm too busy looking and I miss the signal of danger.
Okay.
That's great.
Love it. That's your devil's bargain.
I like that a lot. I'm going to, this will be another survey. Just looking for any other bits of precious in here. Oh, by the way, so I have an idea. How big is this lockbox? I'm envisioning like smaller than a briefcase.
You could carry it under an arm.
Sure, like a hat box kind of. Okay.
Notably, your buoyancy was neutral with whatever you were carrying with you when you slid across.
So I'm less buoyant, neutral.
Less buoyant. You imagine yourself as a helium balloon gradually getting tied to more and more objects as you pick things up.
But that doesn't mean I won't sink like a stone, though. I'm just less buoyant.
You're less buoyant.
Yeah. You're with the box and the candelabra, occasionally you can push yourself up from the floor.
This might come into play soon.
It very well may.
Okay, so I'm going to take my devil's bargain plus my 2 pips, and I'm going to roll 3 dice to just kind of smash and grab.
I love it.
Does the old man have a pocket watch or a folio or some shit I can steal? That's a 654.
Yes. On a 6, you do indeed find several pieces of his personal jewelry. There's a pocket watch and a silver chain that attaches to it. He has a set of ivory combs, certainly worth something, and a small black book in which he has written a lot about the various people he has done business dealings with. At a cursory glance, there are names that pop out that you recognize of other sort of more well-to-do people, and lists of like vices, some potential blackmail information in here. Mostly is about him distrusting other people he works with. You know, I don't like this person. He drinks too much, that sort of thing. But for a Canal Street crook, could be valuable information.
That's as good as gold on Canal Street.
So as you are rifling through this, the audience sees the emergency lights flashing on this window as your companion is trying to signal desperately that there is danger. You pocket this book and these last few objects and turn your head towards the door, and there is a specter of a young man standing there. His body has been chopped into segments, and he looks it in his spiritual form. His head is separate from his body, his torso, his arms. All of them have been chopped into different pieces, but they are connected but not connected.
Gross.
As he stands in the doorway looking at you with like just raw fury, and he goes, Mr. Booker, I have come for what is promised me. Your daughter's hand. And he's like moving into the room after you. This ghost is attempting to grab you.
Okay.
What do you do?
Okay, so I have items I want to use. This, for flavor's sake, I'm going to jump back to the planning stage.
Jumping back to the planning stage.
All right.
Flashback.
So you're gonna get this lady's ghost dad or whatever pretty worked up by this point in the heist, Alexi.
Not to stop, but did I know that there was a ghost at it?
Absolutely. All part of the plan.
All part of the plan,
that is a
baby.
part of the plan.
All part of the plan.
Yes, of course I knew
That's
that.
why we're jumping back to the
In this
planning
game,
stage
there
now.
are flashbacks.
You know what?
Our players
Why
are
am I
not professional
questioning the
criminals,
game?
but the characters
100%.
are professional criminals.
To continue to keep Arvis's reaction of, oh, I guess there were ghosts canon.
Yeah.
He's in the background of this planning stage, like, we don't know. just because we definitely have some newspaper clippings doesn't mean it's haunted.
Yes.
So we know for a fact there's going to be some, I mean, you know this better than I do. There's going to be some agitation.
Yes, from all my information that I gathered from Quellen, that she told me all about the history of this place. And yes, there should be an angry father over there. That's all I've heard is that he was a very angry man.
Circumstantial, anecdotal, but go on.
Well, if I know anything about ghosts, and I don't, but if I did, if there was some kind of foul play involved with this family, I'm willing to bet there's going to be more than one ghost. And I've seen your type before. You go meddling around in the spirit world, and there's other. They're not the only person to take an interest in that.
Yes,
I'm just saying.
It's a big house filled of dead people.
I'm just saying. I'm not going in there empty-handed. Let's say, with regard to ghost busting, and I'm gonna jump back to. I don't know how much. I'll tell you what I want to do, and you tell me how much stress I have. So I'm going to, as I see William cut to ribbons, I have this idea of like, I'm going to go to the light switch and flick this last one on and give him the signal like I found it, which is like 2 up and down. And I turn to do that, and there's William in the door. I think back to the planning stage where it's like, hey man, there's going to be some ghosts. And he's going to tell me, what did he say again? Like, Mr. Booker, I'm coming for you, basically.
Yeah, Mr. Booker, I've come for what was promised.
Oh, for what was promised. And I say, well, Pally, I'm going to give it to you in spades. And I'm going to pull out a fine pair of pistols loaded with electroplasmic ammunition. Now, electroplasmic ammunition, for the uninitiated, are ghost bullets.
Ghost bullets.
I will say, and this was in there, their use attracts the attention of spirit wardens. So the thing says start a clock with one segment, a 4-started clock with one segment about spirit warden attention using these bullets. And I'm going to hope that there's a lot of noise happening downstairs. Either way, this has kind of turned into more a smash and grab, I think, at this point.
Certainly.
So,
all right. What skill are you using to, and you acquired these bullets from Alexi? Is that the idea? In the flashback, or is this just simply something you have access to in your load?
It's something I have access to in my load.
Then it is a 0 stress flashback.
Okay. Thank you.
Just lovely flavor.
That's exactly. Okay. Right. This is why I have these in the first place. Because we knew there was going to be ghosts.
Okay. I'm starting the clock for the spirit wardens. 4 segments.
This ghost town ain't big enough for the ghost of us.
As you fire this last round, we are completing. The servants are aware something is happening.
Got it.
Gunshot is gonna fill our clock.
They're just down there, just like
chasing a bird around.
Enough to
Okay. All right. What are you rolling to do this attack?
I think it's gonna be hunt. Doesn't really apply here. Can I talk you into finesse?
Yeah.
So I think it's very much like I've just stuffed my pockets full of his father-in-law's shit, and I've got my hands in my pockets where my pistols are. As I turn around and he does this, and I think it's just going to be just gunslinger like.
Sure, finesse is sort of a dexterous action, and you are shooting a ghost.
I sure am.
Sounds dexterous.
And I'm going to push myself to give myself an extra die here because I really don't want to miss this ghost.
Okay.
So that's going to give me, my 1 in finesse plus 1 for a push is 2 to shoot these ghost bullets.
2 to shoot ghost bullets.
That's a 2 and a 2.
Oh no, we didn't do positioning, unfortunately.
Oh right.
Now, regardless of what I say, is going to feel weird. So our positioning here, I believe, is a desperate for standard.
Okay.
No, wait, ghost bullets, desperate for great.
Okay. So I failed. So I am going to take an XP in prowess.
Yep.
On that desperate action.
You are going to take your XP.
And I hope I'm around long enough to
as this ghost is moving for you, you pull out the first of the you have 2 fine pistols?
It's a fine pair of pistols.
So you've got 2. Your first shot fires, and he almost like his limbs and things have all been severed but are floating like together. His head like rises above his torso, and the blast just clean past him, just right through where his neck should have been, as he lunges at you, and now he's got a hold of you. You're going to take a harm here. You are going to be taking a level 1 harm. You are spirit burned.
Spooked out.
As he grabs onto you and is like pulling at the one arm that just fired. He's holding your arm and like trying to pull it. You feel like this pressure. He's trying to pull your arm off.
Rude.
Like his limbs have been severed. And at the moment, just his touch, the ectoplasm that he is made of is searing at you, and your skin blackening. What do you do? Or does anyone else have?
Poop my pants.
If there is the telltale flashes and sound of electroplasmic ammunition being fired from this window, I would like to go ahead and introduce something from my leech special ability here. I am an artificer, which means I gain some added benefits on the results of a roll when crafting or inventing items with the Sparkcraft tag. But I also get to begin the game with one design already known.
Dope.
And in this case, I want to pull something directly from the book itself that is given as a example gadget with the Sparkcraft tag. And that would be a line thrower. It is a steam-powered grappling hook, essentially, a one that you can shoot across long distances. It's normally a tier 2 item. If you manage to craft a tier 3 version of it, it also has a retractable feature as well. And I would essentially like to take a flashback where I have crafted at least a prototype of this item that I have a design for to have in this moment.
Absolutely. Let's just, for flavor, briefly flash back to how you tested this.
Well, I think, and this could lead to a bit of a devil's bargain, testing?
Oh, interesting.
Let's call it a field test.
Oh, God.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I would like to introduce the volatile trait as a potential devil's bargain, where regardless of whatever I roll, we roll a fate die to determine if this thing even does what it's supposed to do.
I accept, and I will call this a 2-stress flashback.
Okay.
To have invented and brought this thing with you.
To have brought some sort of a working prototype.
Gangster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I think as I mark off my 4th of 5 possible load to have this gadget with me, this was very much a, well, no time like the present. Just picks up this, like, it looks like a potato gun with a hook sticking out of it, you know, just like a full-on leaf blower level device. And as he like levels it and says a brief prayer, I would love to try and shoot this grappling hook through the window where my friend is at and try to...
Is the goal to provide him with an escape route immediately?
An escape route that he can pull his lighter than normal body across.
All right, so we're going to introduce the volatile trait.
Yes.
So shall I roll that first?
Let's see how well I do, and then let's see if it blows up in my face.
Okay.
So what I believe this action is, unfortunately, probably hunt. It is a precision shot across long distance, because I'm not just trying to hit anywhere on the building. I'm trying to get it through that window. I have 0 in hunt currently.
Okay.
I will, if we're calling it a devil's bargain to add that volatile trait, I will accept that.
Will accept, yeah.
Currently, I am at a 1.
A 1 up and down. I love it.
Up and down.
Just the way I like it.
Yep. Here goes nothing. That's a 5.
Hey!
We need to
establish our position.
We need to establish position in effect.
We are looking at a desperate
Dope.
Okay.
for a standard.
At XP and insight and mixed success. What?
Mixed success. I am going to roll the volatile.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. And you want it to be higher.
Yep.
It's a 5.
Hey.
Okay. All right.
Okay. The mixed success here and the volatile trait is that this thing produces a ton of heat as it fires. immediately almost dropping. It is too hot to hold, too cold to handle.
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I got you.
So you're going to take a level 1 damage.
Okay.
That is your you have singed palms.
Okay.
But you are able to hold this thing, fire it across. Meanwhile, we have our hound in the other room who's just fired this shot. Arm is being grabbed by this ghostly entity as it's like pulling him, and then the window shatters, and this just grappling hook comes in and sinks into part of the 4-post bed, starts to drag it until it hits some floorboard and anchors, and there is a clear line across the roof. However,
now, point of order, that window should be open. We're making a lot of racket anyway, but the window should be open.
It is a 2-pane, so you open the lower part of the window.
Oh, I see. And it came through the upper part.
Yeah, it came right through the topper part of the glass.
All right, I love it.
That window is now broken and wide open.
I mean, what's one more big noise?
Everybody knows something is happening.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody knows something is happening, which brings us to the drawing room.
Good luck with figuring all that out, Alexi.
You have this woman's full rapt attention, but there has been a gunshot. There has been her servant stepping and yelling. She's still holding your hand, but now she's trying to kind of pull your hand away. Her hand away.
I release her hands, and I was like, "Oh, the spirits! They have been awakened by this process.
Oh no!
I must. I reach over. I take a little bag out of my cloak, and then I put the spirit jar in it, and I take all the gold and the rings. This metal shall protect the spirit inside the crystal, but I must. I must check into the hall, and I race into the hallway to see if I can cut off any of the servants who might be headed upstairs.
Yeah, she's going to attempt to follow you.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. She's running alongside you. Like, is it William? Is William here?
Hi. I sense William.
And the thing is, you do. Like, you actually really do.
That part's true. Most of this has been true, actually.
Damn, I sense William. But there is a lot of anger and a lot of disturbance. I need you all to stay here for your safety. You cannot go upstairs. The roads of the spirits that we have opened. I must close those windows. I must close that spiritual highway. So you must stay here for your own protection. I must venture upstairs alone.
I'm still gonna let you ride on that critical of convincing her. You have her faith.
Okay.
And her jewelry.
She will wait at the bottom of the stairs, like looking up eagerly at you as you rush up the second and third and fourth story of this building. We're gonna cut back and forth pretty rapidly now. This ghost is pulling at your arm.
Okay.
That is our hound. This thing is trying to pull your arm off as you hear the footsteps of the servants rushing in behind. They're a few doors down. What are you doing in this moment to keep yourself safe?
Okay. I am going to, with the hand that is not being currently grappled by William, I'm going to take my other hand and grab at a little like a necklace that I'm wearing, and I'm going to pull it off the chain. This is no ordinary necklace. This necklace is a spirit bane charm.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I'm going to mark that off. I don't specifically know what it does, except that ghosts don't like it.
Yes, the ghosts prefer to stay away from it.
So let me pitch you this. I'm going to, with the charm in my fist, like a fist pack, I'm going to punch
hell yeah,
William. But I am very specifically not trying to do any damage. I'm trying to get him off of me. And I'm going to command him to get off of me with this.
With that.
I just want him to let go.
Let's see the roll.
Okay. I have 1 in command. I would hear a devil's bargain in this moment.
You want to hear a devil's bargain?
I would.
The devil's bargain is that the servants will make it to the door before you are released, and they will see you.
That makes perfect sense. I think I'm just going to push myself.
Okay.
for that extra dice. So I'm trying to make, if you squinted, you could see it was a clean getaway. And that ain't going to be it.
Sure.
With the servants up in the mix. So yeah, just tell it just, hey, buddy, back off. And I'm going to punch.
All right, let's see that command.
Oh no!
Oh, what is it?
That's a pair of ones.
Oh no!
Snake eye.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Yeah, we have a full on.
Oh, we didn't do position on this one again.
We didn't. We keep forgetting it. Do pardon us. Again, desperate.
Okay.
And I would say desperate for great again.
Okay. This ghost doesn't give a fuck about any of my ghost stuff, man.
No, this ghost is enraged. It's convinced you are the father. It's convinced you're Frederick.
I've got all of his shit, so
yes,
I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
I like put one of his
pocket
ties
watch.
on just to fuck around and like, yeah, well, that's my fault.
So you swing at this thing and like it connects, but like he just recoils, his grip tightening and tightening. I am ticking up our spirit warden clock by 1 as the house is illuminated with like ghostly energy flashing through the windows of the upper floors. At this exact moment, the servants come kind of piling through to the front door. They're not fully in the room, but they're drawing on that door, about to open it. Let's jump over to our leech. What is our leech? He's got this. He just fired this across. His hands are singed.
All right. Well, come on. Come on, Edward. Nope.
I'm fucking dead. That's it.
There's a moment of like pacing back and forth. It's like, I'm sure he's coming. He's not coming. All right, fine. And poor Arvis Coalburn is going to try and work his way. Can we say that this building that we're on is slightly higher than the Booker estate?
Yes, absolutely.
He's gonna try and, like, with his burnt hands,
Oh God.
zip line through the window.
Okay. What are you rolling for
I
this?
think that has to be a prowl, which I have 1 in.
Okay.
As I try to
You were
prowl
hoping to not
across-
be seen in this instance.
Break your ass open.
yeah, I
on
mean-
4 floors down, I think.
Prowl is kind of the just generic, move at speed.
All right, we are taking a prowl. I'm sorry to say it. With your burned hands and the height, you were looking at desperate
Yep.
for standard.
Okay, but I have singed hands, which gives me less effect. So I'm desperate for limited.
Desperate for limited.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh my God!
I have 1 die. I'm going to push myself to take that effect up to standard.
Okay.
So I can expect to make it fully across this distance. What does a devil's bargain look like in this scenario?
Have you already pushed yourself, you said?
I already pushed myself just to increase my effect.
Push for effect, not for dice.
Not for dice.
A devil's bargain in this scenario is you will be seen, which will add to your heat at the end of the score. People are going to see this person going, ow, 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 and sliding down into the window.
Hut.
I'm going to say that we will start a 2-segment clock that the blue coats arrive.
Okay. Ooh, 2 segment.
I'm going to say it's just adding the blue coats into the...
Okay.
They won't know who this is.
Okay. Unidentified, but there's definitely
A
something
blue coat patrol will be summoned.
strange. Okay, perfect.
A timer will start.
Sorry, folks. Yeah, I need this extra die.
Okay.
So,
Get it.
Call the cops. Why don't you? All right.
That seems like the thing to do.
What could go wrong?
You would call the cops in this situation, would you not?
That's a 1 and a 3.
Our dreams of crime die before they begin.
This is why we have resistance rolls. Tell me what goes wrong so that I might
We've
resist
started our clock.
the consequences.
As you grab onto this rope,
Yeah.
you're sliding down it, but unfortunately your hands are simply too injured, and the friction of this rope, every fiber in you is telling you to let
Yes.
go. and it takes your full concentration to hold on as long as you can before finally your fingers just slip. There's just nothing else to be done. The pain, the blood that's coming from your hands now from this like rough hewn rope, and you start to fall. You're falling 3 stories.
Yeah, that would happen if I didn't resist with prowess.
Let's see
I
it.
do not want to see Arvis splatter onto the concrete and die in this first episode. So I have 3 dice in my prowess resist. So I will roll 3 and take 6 stress minus the highest number I roll.
All right.
Okay, that's 2 1s and a 5.
It's a great time for a 5.
I take
great
one.
time for a
We love a 5.
We love a 5.
So I'll take 1 stress. And am I completely negating the harm of that consequence, or have I just reduced it?
You are. I think you're resisting falling, aren't you?
Resisting falling, but I could also see this going from like a level 4 harm splattered on the concrete to like a level 1 harm.
Yeah, you have an additional level 1 harm, twisted ankle.
Ooh.
Didn't stick the landing.
Yeah, as you drop from the rope and fall a few flights down, maybe grabbing something on your way to prevent this fall from being so bad. You land in a thorny hedgerow, which cushions you just enough. You manage to aim your fall, rolled your ankle, but now you are on the ground floor of the building.
Okay, can I hit you with a... Because you can do this. I want to hit you with a second resistance roll to resist the consequence of not making it through the window specifically.
So you want to have made it into the building.
I want to resist the consequence of not making it through the window. I need to be with Edward.
Okay.
Because if I have to limp my way up that staircase, that's not gonna be good for anyone.
Sure.
I have 3 stress remaining, so there's a chance that I could be worthless
All right.
when I make it through, but I want to prowess resist
God.
again just to hold on. Like I'm still taking that broken ankle, but it's because I land hard.
Yep, let's see it.
In that
Let's
bedroom.
see. You're resisting it as well.
Yep.
This guy's a maniac.
I want this for you.
That's
Oh,
a
shit.
6.
Oh,
thank
shit.
God.
Okay,
no,
so
no additional stress.
no stress. You were holding on to this rope. You are going to fall, and at the last second, you were forced to let go. But it is just in time to tumble into this room, and instead of the twisted ankle, you roll across glass shards that shattered on the floor. So you have level 1 harm punctured.
It's quite an entrance.
Yeah, yes. So our leech comes sliding into the room, rolling across the floor, comes up, glass shards falling off of his clothes.
Yep.
Meanwhile, our whisper is running up the staircase. You catch, as you're like out of breath running up the stairs, you catch the backside of the servants turning into the hallway door. It's a butler and a cook.
Not the cook.
Oh, it's the
that
cook.
cook's stone cold, man. Watch out for that motherfucker.
About to say, okay, so I yell, hold! Do I catch their attention in time?
You're gonna have to roll something for it.
Okay,
What are you using to stop them from their pursuit?
Well, that sounds like a command roll if there ever was one.
Sure does.
Okay, and I would like to, I'd like to push myself.
Okay. Yep.
All right, so that's two stress. Stressful. All right. Oh, do not go in there, I command you. Oh, that's a 2 and a 1.
Holy
nice
shit.
while it lasted,
we also
everyone.
didn't do our positions, but
Damn.
yeah, that's on me. I get too excited for these rolls.
I'm very excited about them, although they've all been very bad.
Yeah, I think we're looking at a risky standard roll here.
Okay.
There's really
Oh, I guess there's
you're
nothing at
allowed to
stakes,
be
yeah.
in this house.
Yeah.
You know,
And I would be saying that. Okay. I yell, no, don't go in there.
I'm gonna pull something a little tricksy here.
I love it.
You don't get them to achieve the effect you want, which is to stop. They throw the door open as like one looks back at you, and the cook locks eyes with you through this like ghostly visage, and then sees this spirit between you and him, and he goes, "Oh God, it's William!" And the spirit's head, his body doesn't turn around or let go, but his head floats and turns backwards to look at the cook, and it immediately releases you and starts moving for the cook.
There is still the butler also in the room.
The butler is also standing there like shaken, not facing you. You did not command their attention.
Okay, I get out there and I enter the room and I push up against the cook and I sort of am walking with him and it's like, the dead, they know what your secrets are.
Yes.
Ooh,
but
that's true.
The harm of this risky action, which has become failed, is that this ghost is going into a blind rage. So as you start to talk to them, this ghost emerges from the doorway, and this is the first time you've seen it.
Yeah.
I think you're familiar enough with this, but a little shaken.
Okay, maybe instead of jumping into that, I am.
There has to be a consequence.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe actually I am just
shitting your pants because there's a mean ghost.
Yes, I don't. Okay,
that seems reasonable.
How about this as a suggestion? Mm-hmm. Maybe I drop the spirit bottle containing Frederick. And
oh no,
maybe my concentration loses that. Is that a good consequence?
That's a good consequence. I'm just gonna roll a fortune
Ghost
die.
Pokemon battle.
I'm rolling a fortune die to see if we free the father. No, the bottle does not shatter.
Okay.
You got a 6 on your fortune roll. You drop the bottle, but it is not erupted into the crystal remains on the floor.
I would like to roll. Assuming we want to deal with this spirit, I have what might be a setup action.
Okay.
I want to get out of Dodge is what I want to do. I mean, you deal with the spirit if you like. The millisecond that motherfucker lets me go, I am out of Ghost Town.
Okay.
Yeah, let's deal with that first. Okay. Because you can float. You're a little bit.
And that's 100% like as soon as he lets me go, I'm just gonna grab the lockbox, like wrap my arms around it and hold it to my chest, and just dive out the window.
Okay, like towards the ground,
towards the other side of the street. And I know I'm not gonna make. Or maybe I'll hook the grappling the rope.
Use the rope to escape.
But I'm not like I'm doing it quick. Okay. So maybe it's more like this. I've got it tucked under my arm, and I'm jumping out the window, and I'm gonna hook my arm onto the rope that the professor just shot out to get to the other side. And I know I'm not like floating, but I'm gonna hope like my jumping out the window, I'm just gonna like zing, just like slide across it.
Okay, I think with the objects you have, it's getting a little bit of the effect of the floating oil. However, I'm going to call it a risky for great.
I love it. That's where I live. So yeah, literally just making for the window, the opened window, jumping out over the street and just hooking that thing and hoping it sends me my not quite neutral buoyancy sends me across to the other side. Trying to do it quickly. Would that be prowl again?
It's up to you.
I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
2 more stress and I trauma out. So I would love to hear any bargains you may have.
A devil's bargain is I will fill the last segment of this police clock. And
can I hit you with an alternative?
The blue coats will arrive. I'll hear it.
I drop all of the other shit that I looted.
Oh. Woof, that's expensive. Would you be open to a helping die if it means slightly modifying that narration?
Yes.
Because what I could envision is you grab hold of the rope that was shot across, and I will grab the grappling hook and throw it out the window, and your neutral buoyancy just rides that rope down to street level as more of like a swinging.
You just Robin Hood your way, just swinging down to the ground level.
So with the help action, you'll be rolling an additional die.
Okay. And we're doing that instead of the devil's bargain.
If you don't want to take the devil's bargain,
You can technically take both.
you can. You want to drop the loot or fill the clock, and the first blue coat patrol will arrive to investigate this.
I really want that black book, though. I don't know if I want to drop everything. And this was my idea, so fuck me.
We have no money.
Yeah. I'll take the 2. I'll go with mine plus your help for 2.
Yep.
Professor's just like, go.
That's a 5 and a 6.
Hell
baby.
yes.
Hey.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Without a hitch. You are light enough. The rope supports the last bit. You float right down to the street level. You're on the street. You can just vanish.
But do I? Y'all are still in some peril. I think I'm going to see what happens next.
Okay.
And whether or not I can.
All right, you're down on the street level, assessing the next situation. The ghost has moved towards the chef now and is just absolutely mauling him. Like the chef is screaming as this thing is like ripping his limbs off.
Oh shit.
It's the butler is like pure petrified. And I'm gonna roll a fortune die. Behind you, Alexi, like just snap out of this reverie for just a moment as you hear a soft voice of Miss Booker saying, "William?" And she's a flight down looking up the stairs.
Does she see?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
The whole thing, the whole gory nightmare, but she looks like elated to see his specter
Miss Booker.
tear the cook
All
into
fucked
pieces.
up, is he? That's awesome. I want to party with this lady, honestly.
Miss Booker, you should not be seeing this. I go over to the spirit and I say, William, I know you seek revenge, but I have the man who plotted your murder here in my hand. And I show the spirit bottle. You have already been avenged.
What are you going to roll to convince the spirit of this? Are you doing a tune, command?
Oh, I think I want to... Oh, I'm attuning.
Yeah, you're attuning to him, using your spiritual power to show him that the spirit is trapped within?
Yes.
Okay.
Your father-in-law is right here. Did we do the thing we always forget we do?
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Hey, good man. Good man.
This spirit is enraged and dangerous. Getting in its path right now is desperate.
All right.
We are doing it desperate for great.
We're learning, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
You can't always pick your wife's family. I got a 5 and a 4.
Success with a complication.
Okay.
The complication here is it is so loud in this house that the first of the Blue Coat Patrol is arriving.
Oh.
It's just a patrolman
Okay.
who's showing up at the house to make sure everything's okay. That clock is filled. However, the spirit calms immensely when you present it with this crystal, and it goes to take the crystal from you if you allow it.
I allow it.
It takes it, and it looks to Miss Booker standing in the stairwell. It says, "We can finally be together." She says, "William," and she rushes up the staircase. The butler is like comatose. The cook has been rendered into like 3 segments. He's been ripped up. She runs to embrace this spirit, and the two of them hold each other tight. The crystal held between them of her father, as she's like trying to kiss the air where he exists, and like her lips darken and veins start like becoming visible through her skin as she embraces this ectoplasmic horror in pure bliss. And the two of you have this moment as you hear like a truncheon knock on the front door of the building downstairs. "Everything all right in here?"
Can I, at street level, as I see this first blue coat roll up to the front door, I am looking for... here's what I'm looking for. A lantern or something, some kind of fire source hanging over a flammable thing. A lit lantern hanging over like a cart or something.
There are electric lights, lanterns across the street. It's sort of a better neighborhood. Well, no, we're in Six Towers. It was a better neighborhood. There are electric lights. You know what? Fortunately. Yeah. There is a gas lantern still that's sitting, apparently has yet to have been properly replaced.
Okay.
Through this new, like, with the part of the town where they went, it's not worth it.
Right. Or maybe it broke and they never fixed it, so
Yep.
someone just hung a gas lantern up there or
Yep.
something. Okay. I am going to attempt, can I, as part of this, so I'm going to try and shoot it. I'm going to try and start a fire. And I'm going to try and start a fire such that it gets the blue coats immediate attention. They're not firefighters or whatever, but like I still feel like that would pull their focus from the building.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do this while hidden, and I'm going to try to cause a distraction, basically,
Okay. And describe again how you're doing this.
with a gun.
With your same gun loaded with the electroplasmic bullets.
Shit.
I mean, you still could.
Another guy.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
I'm gonna mark off my last load and just have a regular pistol.
Okay.
Loaded with regular, good old
Guys got-
fire-causing bullets.
Guys got guns. All right, let's roll an action. I'm gonna say you were looking at a risky for great.
This one kills ghosts. This one makes ghosts.
I mean, I've got all my bases covered.
Circle of death.
Can I talk you into, I know this sounds like a funny application, but a survey to find this particular lantern to shoot at and use that as my role? Or I also take a hunt.
I think I'm gonna say survey doesn't make a ton of sense.
Sure.
For the shooting of the object.
Got it.
I was about to say, you are good at hunt, right?
I am good at hunt.
Hunt is the shooty one.
That is a shooty one.
Want to hear Devil's Bargain?
I will.
The blue coat will see you. He may still have to deal with the fire, but he will see your face.
Will he see it? Will he saw that I am the one that caused it?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, the gunshot is enough for him to.
Can I assume that means you're not gonna, I mean, what do you think about hunt as a role?
Hunt is a great role for this.
Okay. So I could get 3 on that one and be seen. This might translate into a little more heat after we're
We've been
done.
Pretty all right. I think.
Yeah, this is what it's going to.
Pretty
It will be more heat.
Bring the heat.
I mean, we got to get you boys out of there. We definitely don't need any more blue coat nonsense. I'm taking it.
Okay.
All right, so do we position?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it was risky for great.
Risky for great. Got to risk it for that biscuit. How about a 1, 5, and a 6?
Hey, that'll do it. It achieves exactly what you want. As you shoot this lantern, it erupts, gas lit falls down below onto like dry hay and boxes, and immediately like a fire is started that has the potential. There's so many ramshackle buildings and tents around here. This could spread out of control immediately. You get this brief moment as you fire the pistol that the blue coat looks over and catches a good glimpse of you before turning to the fire and running immediately to address it.
And I'm going to take off.
Yep.
I'm gonna y'all are on, that's
Effectively,
my,
you have now exited the scenario.
Yeah.
And we are back in this room as we one inside the room, one our whisper in the hallway, watching this woman dissolve as this, she's corrupting and hurting herself, embracing this long lost love. You have a free moment here to make an action. You are in no immediate peril.
Can I try to? God, I want to get them apart from each other. She's melting.
Is that the sort of person that Alexi is? Does he want to save this woman? Does he care about this woman?
does Alexi want to save this woman, or does Simon want to save this woman?
I don't think Simon wants to save this woman. Okay.
No, I mean, I'm just
Okay,
interested.
no,
Do
Is
what you
that
will.
right?
You do what you will.
I'm a gross, dirty dog.
there he is.
There he is.
I just, I kind of just have a moment where I from where I spilt my bag before, I just kind of shuffle those gold earrings back into the bag as they are spilled out, and I just kind of have a moment. The cook's dead, right?
Oh yeah,
He's like full age,
very, very dead.
like a proper cook. He died doing what he loved, being
Being meat.
meat, and the butler is just also, he's just passed out. Okay.
He's like comatose watching this horror happen.
Okay.
Shaking, unable to move.
I look up and see Arvis. What are you doing in here?
Of getting us out of here, and I'm marking off my last load to have burglary gear or climbing gear is.
I misspoke earlier. I picked climbing gear as well, not burglary
I see. Okay, getting us out of here, and the ghost is like between us, right?
Yes.
I'll spend one tick for my last load to have arcane implements, which include a spirit bottle that I had swung across to initially thinking that Edward would be alone with a ghost. Mm-hmm. I whip out my backup spirit bottle, and knowing my own lack of skill with these things, I want to try and slide it across to our leech.
To me? To the whisper?
To the whisper, yeah.
Or sorry, to our whisper. I am the leech.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything I need to catch, or I just got it? All right.
Yep, you just have that.
All right. This is all right. You did it once before, and then I go up to I go up behind this kissing couple, and I just clack these over my head.
Let's see that attune roll.
All right.
You know, we don't have to catch them all, right? We made a Pokemon joke, but we don't actually have to do this. I mean, listen, I'm loving this for sure.
I'm gonna spend one stress here since.
Oh my God.
Since I have arcane implements, that does include a spirit bottle, but it also includes like black salts and quicksilver and stuff. So when you receive the spirit bottle, I think that's Arvis's cue to get up and like start spilling this black salt in a circle or in like a half circle, to try and
all right,
seal in this ghost escape.
You get another die for that.
Seal in the flavor.
Yeah. All right, so let's lock it in. And it is a 2, a 5, and a 6.
Let's go.
Teamwork.
As you start to grab this spirit with your attune, you can see like parts of its body stretching towards this crystal, and it tries to lash out at you with like this floating hand, but our leech has already laid black salt down, and as it comes close to it, its hand like recoils from this black salt, and the whole thing is being pulled in as Miss Booker is clawing desperately as he's being sucked away, going, no, William, no! And he's sucked into this crystal, and it falls to the floor along with the father crystal, and she's holding them both, kneeling on the floor, weeping. What have you done? What have you done?
I reach over. I say, I know this may not come as much of a comfort, but they're at peace. Their lives were ended very violently, and they were lived very violently.
Outside, you can hear the sound of the flames and people shouting, "Call the fire brigade!"
But, just know, I could see in my heart that William loved you so very deeply, and he could feel every time you ever thought about him. It is your love that gives him this peace.
This is going to be our final roll of the heist to see how much you convince her of this fact, or if you have left behind an embittered enemy.
All right.
What are we?
If I push myself, I will trauma out, I believe, because I only have 2 little open spots.
Do it. What's one more enemy or a new enemy? I don't know.
But wait, if I trauma out, I'm like, what happens? Do I just lie there?
You whatever you
effectively
rolled for happens, and then you
after that, by
essentially bug out of the operation.
Yes,
you go.
It is the end of the. It is the end. You might as well.
Yeah.
All right, I push myself.
And what skill are you using?
I'm using Sway, which I only had 1 in, so I get 2 now.
Trauma out. Trauma out.
We are looking at a risky 4 standard.
Okay.
I'm gonna join you in traumaing out.
Jesus Christ.
I would love to spend my last stress.
You didn't have to do, okay, whatever. You didn't have to do any of this. You could have just ran. I love this.
Jeez, it's the cops.
He's fucking too.
It's the ghost cops.
I'm spending my last stress to aid you in this convincing I'm gonna, unless you object to that, unless you want these, I'm fully knowing that if she were more cognizant, she would be like, where the fuck did you even come from? I'm just as if I've been here the whole time. I'm just picking up these 2 spirit bottles and handing them to her, and this like, look, you have them here. Yeah, and like this wordless like, here's their urns.
Yes.
Are you good with that?
I'm great with that.
All right, let's see the roll.
And you added and
3,
die for my help.
4, and a 5.
Okay. It's complicated, but then most things are.
It is a
Why'd you have to
success.
be so complicated?
It is a success with a complication. This woman believes you. She's crying for her lost love. Her face is scarred. And as you turn to exit, this whole experience has been too much for the both of you. As you turn to exit out the window, you just notice the butler seems to have come to and is like taking a very good look at the both of you as you exit the scenario. That will come up later, and that is the end of our very first score. And that's all for this episode of Play Around and Find Out. Please join us again next time to find out what our adventurers, the Canal Street Crooks, get up to next time. I am your Game Master, Sophie Hughes. You can find me all over the internet at Sophie Trophies or Sophie Trophies 86. And check out my album coming out from Howlin' Roar, Succulent.
Hey, it is your leech, Dylan Hunter. You can follow me at dylanhunter.boi on Instagram.
I have been and have remained and will remain Matt Melton. You can follow me at Matty Melts on Instagram.
I'm petting a good dog. A very, very, very good dog.
Wow, very much.
Oh shit. Hi, I'm Simon Fox, and I am at Goodbye Simon Fox on all of the good social medias. Also, you can follow us on Play Around Pod on all of the good social medias.
And none of the bad ones. You know the ones.
Yeah, like the ones that suck.
Yeah.
We're not on those, but we're on LinkedIn. So
That's
Please,
right.
please link with us.
yeah, please, we need a job.
Thank you. We love you. Proud of you.
Love you, proud of you.
Love you, proud of you.
Aw, love you, proud of you. Bye.